Hi everyone, this is Nail and welcome to my tiny studio. I'm just sitting here getting ready to create and design some jewelry, so I have on my frock for that because there's lots of glue and things going on, and I gotta be prepared. I'm sipping on some hyssop tea. I love the way that tastes and it's healthy for you. So how are you doing? I hope that you're having a great day. I'm having a cool day. What is going on in the tiny studio, you might wonder or be asking? Well, this past Saturday, I had the opportunity to shop at Hobby Lobby during their annual clearance sale. I was able to pick up some yarn that was marked up to 80% off the regularly marked price, which is really wonderful. Now, as you know, I'm in a tiny studio, so I can't do what a lot of people do by almost, a tiny boutique worth of yarn. No, I can't do that. I had to walk into Hobby Lobby methodically and pick out some yarns that I know that I could store here in the tiny studio, and yarn that I know I am going to use quickly. And that is how I was able to go about the sale. Now, the cashier told me that the yarn had been marked down a couple of days before my arrival. So I came into the store on Saturday. So the markdown began on Thursday. So I will be heading back to Hobby Lobby on Tuesday to find out, to see what other yarns may be marked down that wasn't already marked down on Saturday. And I was particularly looking for the I love this yarn or I love that yarn. I was looking for that, but none of that was on sale. I was looking for I love this cotton, and none of the I love this cotton was marked down or on sale. So hopefully when I go back on Tuesday, maybe the yarn gods will be smiling upon me and I'll see those beautiful red stickers on all the I love this cotton and I love this yarn. Hopefully I will see that. But as I said before, I purchased some yarn at practically 80% off the originally marked price, and so for me that was a good deal. Now, as I said before, I had to go into Hobby Lobby with a plan. Because if you don't go with a plan and there's a sale, you will do what? You will buy everything you see that's on sale because you'll be like, oh my God, it's $1, why not? And if you don't go into Hobby Lobby with a plan, you will overspend. And number 3, you will pick up items that you're not going to use. There'll be those frou-frou yarns that, like I said, it's just going to be looking cute in your tiny studio. So I had to go in methodically and know from jump what it was that I was looking for. So there's a project that I'm working on that I have shared with you where I am adding flowers to the granny square afghan to give it a 3-dimensional look. So I was looking for the color gray. I was also looking for yarns that I had not used before, and I figured that at 80% off, what the heck, let me try it out and see what it's all about. And so that's what I did. So I have some yarns that I have never used before that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, plus some yarns that I'm going to be using as for the flowers that I am making for this particular granny square afghan. So let me show you what I purchased at Hobby Lobby on their clearance, their annual clearance sale. So the first thing that I purchased was something called Studio 72. This was for $1.49. Its regularly marked price is $5.99. So this reduction is pretty good, pretty decent, I'll say. This is called Studio 72, and so it felt like cotton to me when I was at Hobby Lobby, but when I arrived here in a tiny studio, I wanted to know exactly what it was made of. So this yarn, I think it was made of bamboo and something else. Oh no, it's made of 50% acetate and 50% acrylic, and you can use a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook with this yarn, and then if you are a knitter, you will use the size 8 knitting needle for this. It's 145 yards and 133 meters. It weighs 3.5 ounces. So this is the Studio 72, and it's made from acrylic and acetate. Now, I've never worked with acetate before, and I think I've purchased 2 more skeins of yarn that feature acetate in it. So I'm really excited to see how it works up. I am excited to see basically that, you know, how it will fit on my crochet hook. I am interested to see how it wears, and to me that's the most important part. Is, you know, that's why I stay away from a lot of frou-frou yarns and things of that nature, because I'm interested in the practicality of a yarn. Can it be worn? Can it be basically, can it be worn? You know, can I just, you know, dump it in the wash machine and put it in the dryer? Or if I have to air dry, then can I just dump it in a wash machine and take it out and let it dry? So I'm interested in this acrylic, half acetate yarn, and I will let you know later in another video how it worked up for me. Alright, so the next yarn I purchased was very interested in purchasing, and this is the Yarn Bee Hint of Silk. And as I said before, I am creating flowers for a granny square afghan. So when I saw that this was on sale, I thought to myself, these would make very beautiful flowers. And so this is the Yarn Bee Hint of Silk. It's regularly priced at $5.99, but it was on sale for $1.49. And let's see, this yarn is made, let me check it out. Yes, it is 85% bamboo and 15% silk. So I've worked with bamboo before and I like it, but this is a combination of bamboo and a little silk. So I'm really interested in seeing how this works up as well. And I just started making some flowers. I purchased this in white, black, and gray, and I started making flowers with the gray. So I like the way they look. and I think that I have them close by, but I'll pull them out so you can get to see it. But this is Yarn Bee Hint of Silk. I thought this was a really great price, $1.49, and it's something that I've never used before, so I'm very excited to use it. Here it is again in black, but it's called Lacquer, $1.49. And let me see, I have them in a bag. Oh, as a matter of fact, I purchased another bag, and of course it was on sale for 50% off. As you recall, I have another bag in the with the letter D, I mean the letter T on it, because my government name is Tracy and my middle name is Darnell, hence Simply Nails Tiny Studio. So this bag, of course, was originally $20 or $19.99, and so of course it was half off. So that was wonderful, and I decided that all the yarn that I was purchasing, I was going to place it in this bag. Okay, so let me show you. I was making some flowers, and I used this color, which is the Hint of Silk, and I like the way that it worked up. What I didn't like was that it split, and I didn't really like that too much. As you know, I have an issue with yarn that splits on you, and that Caron Simply Soft is good for that. So I noticed that the Hint of Silk splits as well, but I like the sheen that it has. Here's one of the flowers. I like the sheen, and I like the way that it works up. So here's one of the flowers that I was working on for the Afghan. So I was impressed with the Hint of Silk. I wasn't impressed with the splitting, but I'm going to continue to use it, and it was only $1.49. So guess what? I'm not going to complain too much. Okay, so I also purchased, this is starting to unravel, what I really need to do is I need to grab my yarn winder, and I need to just go ahead and wind all of this up into a cake, because that would be so much better and so much neater. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is the Yarn Bee Must Be Merino Aran, and it's in the color silver. I've never used this before. It was on sale for $1.74, and it is originally marked at the price of, I gotta tear this a little bit. Oh, it's nothing there. Huh. That's interesting. Probably $5.99 or $6.99 because it's a merino. Okay, here it comes. Yeah, it's $6.99. So let me let you see this. This is the Must Be Merino Aran in the color of silver, and it's originally $6.99, and I purchased it for $1.74. It is made of 50% merino wool, 25% acrylic, and 25% nylon. So I've never used this type of yarn before. This will be my first time. And in fact, I made a couple of flowers from this yarn last night. So let me show you that. I'm having a good time making the flowers. It's just that, you know, sometimes it gets so tedious I had to stop. But I really want to finish this project, so today I'll be working on what? Flowers. Okay, so here is a flower. And you know what I liked about this yarn? What I liked about it is that it was so soft. You know, I'm touching it now. It's just so soft. So here is the merino yarn I was just talking about. The Must Be Merino Aran. Here's a flower. I think it's really cute, and it was very easy to work up. I must say, it was very soft, very. It was really nice to work up. It didn't split on me like the hint of silk. It was just a really pleasant experience, and it worked up really fast. So if you don't already know, I'm going to place some pearls right into the center here. And hence the frock I have on, because I will be working with glue. So I have enough flowers now where I can just go ahead and begin the process of placing the faux pearl in there. So like I said, I really enjoyed working with this, and I will most definitely spend $6.99 on this yarn, because it was most definitely worth it. And that's the reason why I walked into Hobby Lobby Saturday, and like I said, I had a plan, and my plan was to try out the yarns that I had never tried before if they were on sale. And that was smart on my part, because I would have never tried it out at the original marked price. I would not have looked in that section. I would have just went and purchased some sugar bee, which is what I usually some sugar wheel, or I would have purchased that, or some I Love This Yarn. I would have done that instead of, you know, perhaps picking up what I did, the merino. And it feels so good, and as I said, it worked up so nicely. Let's see. Here's something else that I purchased that I had never worked with before, and it is the Yarn Bee Stitch 101 acetate. And it is 100% acetate. It is 3.5 ounces, 180 yards, 165 meters. But it is 100% acetate. You can use a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, or a 5 millimeter knitting needles. I don't think I said this before, but in the US, that would be a size 8, or in the UK a size 6, and then for the 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, that would be a size 9 USA and a size 5 in the UK. So I have never used acetate yarn before, so I'm excited to try it out. There's a little acetate in the Studio 72, and this one there is 50% acetate in here, acetate in this, and in the Stitch 101 acetate is 100% acetate. So I am excited to use this. It's in the color of charcoal, which is fine, and I picked this out because I'm going to make flowers out of this yarn. So it's originally $5.99 and it was marked down to $1.49. So this was a good price. Good price, and it's something I've never worked with before. If you've worked with acetate yarn, let me know your experience and what you thought about it. I'm going to work some flowers up from this, and I'll tell you what I think too later. And I think that's about it. If each of these, I purchased 2 skeins. So I purchased 2 skeins of this Stitch 101 acetate, and I purchased 2 skeins of the Studio 72. I purchased about 6 skeins of the Hint of Silk, and then another one of my favorites are the Sweet Minis. I love these, and the reason why I love them so much is because they're small and they're really, really good for granny squares. And so I'm going to add this to my granny square collection. This for my granny square yarn collection. This is 100% acrylic. You will be using a 5 millimeter crochet hook or a 4 millimeter knitting needle. In the US, that would be a size 6 knitting needle or a size 8 in the UK. And then again, UK size for the UK size crochet hook you'll be using will be a size 6. This is in the color of Ruby, and it is 4.2 ounces, 120 grams, 300 yards, and 274 meters. So this is a cute color, Sweet Minis, Ruby Roo. So I have something in mind for this yarn. I bought 2 packs of it, and it was originally $4.29, but I caught it on sale for $1.07. So I felt that was good. I bought 2 of these. So all in all, that was a really good sale for me. And like I said, I approached this sale methodically. So here in the tiny studio, storage is a really big issue. It's an everyday issue. So what I try to do is I only buy the things that I need. So since this was a really, really good sale, I was able to walk in, focus on what I really needed, and I was able to pick it up. Now that I'm back in the tiny studio and I'm looking at some projects and some things that I'm working on, when I head back on Tuesday, I will once again approach this sale methodically to ensure that I pick up only what I need, and then I can leave the rest for those who want to, for whatever reason, however their budgets may dictate, so that I'll be just leaving some for other crocheters and knitters. There's no need to hog, because guess what? I'll be back when they have their next sale, 30 to 40% off. I'll be there to pick some yarn up. That's how it goes. But I just have a problem with when I see something on sale, I just gobble everything up, and then I'll come home and I have no place to put it. Or, as I said before, I'll see some yarns that are so cute and beautiful, and I'll buy it because it's on sale, and then I'll bring it home and realize I don't like this. It's really hard to work up. It's a specialty yarn, so what am I going to do with it? And I have several specialty yarns in the tiny studio put away in storage, simply because of the fact that I saw it and I was like, oh, this is cute, it's beautiful, I want it, and can't do anything with it. So that's a waste of money, right? And I'm not about wasting, I'm about saving here in the tiny studio, because there's so many things going on. I cannot afford to be wasting money, right? Right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here in the tiny studio. That was my Hobby Lobby clearance haul. And if I find some really cool things if I Love That Yarn is marked down and the I Love That Cotton is marked down, when I head there on Tuesday, then I will be trying to pick up some I'll be trying to get my groove on, my yarn groove on with that. Because, as far as I'm concerned, you can always use some I Love That Yarn. And as a matter of fact, I Love That Yarn. There's some colors that I'm looking for my Granny Square project. So I will be looking out for that. But either way, I saw the 30% sale sign up as well. So if I go in and they're not on sale, I might just go ahead and cop a few anyway. So thank you so much for hanging out with me here in the tiny studio. I really appreciate you. Do not forget to like and subscribe. This is Nell. I'll see you next time.